Hey, what's up, everyone? There are several things going on right now that I just wanted to share. The United Nations has apparently ended their disengagement observer force. The United Nations signed this back when the Security Council created Resolution 350 on May 31st, 1974, and they've ended it today. They said it implemented a ceasefire, basically, an immediate ceasefire, and implementation of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 242. So it was a ceasefire, and I guess between Syria and Israel, surrounding nations, it was sort of to create a ceasefire between Israel. But the UN is urging protection of Palestinians as Israel ended their observer force today. Israel went ahead and ended their observer force. Iran is threatening to wipe Israel off the map within, I guess they said within 3 days, so that's within 2 days from now. They say they'll do something. I don't know what. Iran threatened within 2 days from now to wipe them off the map. From what I'm hearing, now the United States has Israel's back, obviously, because we're close allies. Other countries in the United Nations basically want to protect the Palestinians, and Israel wants to remain their nation. And being the land of God, being the land of the Holy Land, they want to remain as they are. And President Trump is standing side by side with them. And Israel is ending the observer force. And the United States also would like to have their weapons because they said they have a very good missile defense system over in Israel, the Iron Dome. Also, Russia and the United States have ended an agreement that ended the Cold War. And I believe this agreement stopped us from going to war with Russia. And President Trump gave a short period of time for Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, to agree to something and agree to denuclearize his country so that we can both denuclearize, or basically it would be war, I guess. That's the way I took it. That's the way the news led it to be. Now, I don't know whether he was threatening either end it or there's war. He said the same to North Korea. You end it or we're taking back what we stated. So the same thing with Russia. So now Russia, Syria, Iran, Israel, North Korea, and the United States are basically, they're rising tensions between each other. And people have no idea. People really they don't know what's going on. All they know is what they see on their screen, and that's all. You have to search to find this stuff. So there's threats of World War III taking place right now. France pulling out of the United Nations. United Nations kind of just doing their own thing. Kind of a separation it could be a separation because out of chaos, like I stated, comes control. Protests all across Europe right now. Venezuela, for example, pulling out of part of the European Union because they want to do their own thing. Pulling out of this United Nations treaty and agreement. And they want to do their own thing. The people are protesting against the leader of Venezuela. And in France, there was protests. And the leader, basically, they were stating they want different type of leadership. They want a leadership of democracy, democratic. They want freedom, basically. There is no true freedom in this world, sadly. In this current form we're in, there's no true freedom. But that's what the people want, obviously. That's understandable. And so there's a lot of riots and protests taking place over in the European nations right now. And if you look over in countries such as, other countries are dealing with a turmoil from disasters, and that's taking an economic toll. We're heading into, they're warning, it could be another depression because of the collapsing, the economies, people pulling apart from each other, separating to their own nation. It messes with globalism, which globalism is not a good thing because it takes more control over the people. But the point is, we're so interconnected and we're used to the financial system interconnecting all the time, 24/7. So we're so used to this instant communication, instant financial transactions, that it would be a really huge ordeal to go backward. But the point is, right now Venezuela having protests and pulling out of this, France trying to pull out and become independent, all these countries becoming independent, trying to separate basically from that controlled European Union. And that's exactly what the president stated that he would do, that he would try to create each country to do their own thing instead of the globalism. And that's what we're seeing happen. So, I mean, that happened. But the thing is, they're using it and creating a bad thing out of it. And all of this chaos taking place, because that's not what they want. But the problem is right now, you have Israel, Russia, tensions between the United States, Israel, Russia, Iran, and Syria. Israel and Iran. I would definitely be watching those places because we ended the Cold War agreement, and we also shut down ties with certain nations and ended this ceasefire. Israel ended a ceasefire with the surrounding nations like Syria and so on and so forth. They ended the ceasefire with them. It's been in effect since May 31st, 1974. So they did that. And the rest of the nations of this world are pulling for the Palestinians, just as the Bible said it would be, just as biblical prophecy stated it would be. And we're witnessing actually a major escalation in the events foretold in prophecy. We are witnessing an escalation in it. I'll have to admit that we are witnessing a major escalation in these events. So, we'll see what happens to make people aware of the things that are happening and how it could tie into prophecy. Just keep your eyes open and just continue to see what's going on around you. I don't know if this video will go anywhere. What usually happens is my videos are not let to go anywhere. They don't let them go anywhere. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. I'm targeted now, it seems. But I just want to spread love, peace, love, kindness, peace, love, and respect to all. But I would remain vigilant, remain open-minded, and remain aware. And most of all, spread peace and love and kindness to everyone that you can while we have time left to do so. All these hate groups is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. On every side. Stop it. Stop it. Let the Lord guide us. Because time is drawing near. The time is drawing near. You can see it. But just, I've thought this many times before, though. So we'll see what happens. It's been little birth pangs, little things, little just tidbits of just things happening. Just little happenings here and there that make you think, man, it's happening, and then we let our guard down. Then it happens again, then we let our guard down. So, been back and forth. You know, we keep letting our guard down over and over. And then suddenly, boom. So, you never know. So, I'm going to keep my eyes open. I'll keep reporting on all of this. I'll do another video in a moment regarding some strange things happening in the world around us. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is prophetic? Do you feel that this is prophetic? I would be watching Israel, Russia, Iran, Syria, and what happens between all of them and the United States within the next few days. You heard it here first. Watch Israel, Iran, Syria, Russia, and the United States closely. Watch them closely. Watch all of these countries closely. I realize I'm in the United States, but just keep close eyes on them. And we'll see what happens. Peace, everyone. Bye.